Hello and welcome to another episode of Dance Teachers Academy. I am your host, Jose on the mic, and with me as always is the lovely, amazing dancer, Ame. How are you doing?
I am fantastic and I am very excited to introduce Slawek and Marzena. Am I pronouncing it right?
Yes, okay. Very good.
There we go. One hurdle out of the way.
I like my name pronounced correctly. I still can't get Wayne to say my name correctly, but I'm hoping that someday he will. So I wanted to make sure to say your
We're
name
17 years and a half here, and there's still many organizers of the competitions and MCs that they still say, especially my name, incorrectly. But we just go follow anything on M. I am there.
It's like, oh, they got the M. I'm good to go.
Good. Okay, I'm going. Yes.
Right. Yeah.
You're busy. In fact, I just pulled you out of finishing your class.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Saying you're so good with the class. Really loved you, and talking to people. Come here. You're interviewing. Right after that, you teach. You have kids. What else?
We judge.
There's more.
There's more.
Yeah, but wait, there's more.
We coach. We judge. That's like the most important thing for every dancer when they retire. But
I just came back from Moscow.
Yeah.
Last week I was coaching and judging, so it's not even just in America, but it's actually.
yeah, he started traveling way more outside. I try to be more mom. So
Somebody's got to do it.
Yes, somebody has to do it. I teach mainly till 2 p.m. and then I pick up the kids from the school, and then I'm a chauffeur. I have my other job. I'm an Uber driver.
Actually, we really appreciate our students because now we actually have to schedule our schedule around our kids' schedule.
Yes.
Right? So that they sort of.
Yeah, he starts teaching most of the time 7 a.m., sometimes 6 a.m. to make sure that we can actually have the evenings to the family. Because right now the kids, they're old enough that they want to do different activities. So I'm going with the little one for ice skating, and then I go for the gymnastic. Then he goes with the boy for taekwondo or hockey or dancing, piano, and
Polish
it's like
school,
Polish school. It's a full-on schedule. But on top of this, we as well organize a competition, the Royal Ball.
Because you didn't have anything else to do.
No, there was a couple hours free, so we decided,
what am I going to do with all this free time? Yeah.
And what is it called, your company?
It's at the Royal Ball.
It's in March.
In Los Angeles at the Biltmore Hotel.
Nice.
It's a beautiful hotel.
Yes.
Place where the first Oscars were given in that hotel.
Yeah, so
Really?
it's outstanding hotel. We have this crystal ballroom that it's just like Blackpool, a little mini
nice.
bus, and it's used for so many movies and video clips. Like this year, they were filming video clips. There was many moments when they were said, "Be quiet," because they're creating some video clips. I walked into the hotel and there was some action going on because yeah, the last year they were filming some movie over there. So. It's the hotel is very important. It's right in the heart of Los Angeles in the nicer area. So
That's always important.
yeah, that's very important because we know that there is.
I think that's where I had my prom.
Yeah.
At the Biltmore.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was just a few years back.
Yes. Yeah, and then on top of that, we organize a lot of dance camps. We have the big camp that we got from Wayne, the Mastery Camp by Dance Vision in Las Vegas. That it's in June, 9 to 14. That we do those.
So
classes.
You organize the Mastery
Yes.
Camp.
Yes.
Okay.
So he basically said, "I want to slow down with my life," which is not true.
Wayne was to slow down.
It's like this one trying to slow down.
Right.
So I didn't have anything else to do, so I added this other.
He does have energetic people. He's surrounded by energetic people.
Or if increasing the number of entries on his competitions, call it slowing down.
And he's clearly slowing down.
Yeah. And he's like, I look at him, I'm like, Wayne, I'm like, there is one idea after another idea. This man, it's just, we are so blessed to learn from him.
Yes.
And that he kind of chose us to continue Mastery Camp that he'd done before for 21 years or 22 years. And now we are, for the last 2 years, 3 years actually. This is with the third year when we are doing the camp. We are really, really blessed that he chose us to kind of pass the baton, and then we're the next ones to continue his adventure, training people in America. We have people from Canada, from Germany, from England, to come to that camp.
Wow,
it's a lot
nice.
of work, but it's very rewarding when you see how people improve over 5 days. It's just amazing. You can see how they came to the camp, and 5 days later, how much more knowledge they have, and how much stuff they can practice for the next 6-7 months for sure.
I think that the best way to describe it is one of our students' word. He said, "The Christmas is coming again."
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's
This
how
is
we
cool.
call it.
Yeah.
So for
Wow.
us, it was like such a
Like the best
rewarding
comment
thing,
ever, like
That's
when
it.
he said, "This is my Christmas time. This is
Wow.
my best gift ever." This is, and we were like, "Oh my gosh, this means so much to us." Yeah, and then we do on top of this 3.
We own the studio.
We own the dance studio. Yes. In
So-
Laguna Hills.
You people are just suckers for punishment.
Yeah.
What
Where's
is
your
it?
dance studio?
Dance United Laguna Hills
In Orange
Oh,
County.
nice.
in Orange County. Yes, so it's
We
an
have it for
independent
5 years
studio.
now.
Yeah, we are approaching our 5th anniversary on August 1st. Yeah, so it's coming soon, and
Where
we
the
have-
hell do you find the time? I guess you just don't sleep.
No, we do sleep. Better now. The first 2 years were
First
the
2 years were the
hardest
most
one because our little one was born and the studio was born at the same time.
Oh, wow.
So that was really hard.
Wow, that was quite the challenge.
Yes. So we have 2 kids.
Because now
Yeah.
the studio became sort of almost self-running business, kind of.
After
so
5
it's a little
years.
bit easier, right?
Yeah, and people like expect results very fast. It takes like 3 years to make sure the business starts kind of putting their mark and on a Google map, and people start acknowledging that we are there. We're not going to close within a year because there's a lot of studios that they come and go. So when you have like
That's a
5
fact.
years, when you have 5 years, they already think, "Oh, you guys are still here." We're like, "Yeah, we made it." You know?
It's not an easy business.
We'll
Yeah,
send,
no.
Studio.
yeah, we'll send a Google truck by to take pictures in
Yes.
your place. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But what's easier for us is that we don't hire any staff. So it's like, as Marzena mentioned, it's an independent place. So basically, teachers come, they basically pay for floor fee and they can teach. What we do, we organize sort of smaller camps in our studio, so they kind of become
Nice.
connection with the big one in Las Vegas. And
Oh, that's
where
great.
that's where we, I believe, made our mark on the sort of dancing.
We-
mark.
we
That's
love
a
to
great
train
model
people.
Yeah.
to do
We
that.
love to train people. We just think, we just have so much knowledge to offer, and there's so many amazing coaches just in California where we are that we don't need to even fly people, and we can make this nice community that we all can stick together versus we compete against each other.
Right.
And because when we open up, a lot of studios start panicking because they're the champions and they have their studio, we're going to lose students, and we said we don't want the social business. There are so many social studios around us. You guys keep it. We want to be like a training
We wanna
academy.
help you to get better, so you can serve your students better.
So when we do those
There you
studio,
go.
when we do the studio
That is a
camps,
good model.
we never charge the teachers when they come with their students for the camp. Whenever they want to come and just be with them, we always have them as a guest. They
Yeah?
come. Yeah. So we just want to make sure that they can follow what all those coaches said during the camp, so that students find it beneficial.
Sure.
And they can
sure.
see that this is worth it to spend up to $100 for 8 classes.
Uh-huh.
So, and then, and if they bring 2 students, they can participate in a pro camp for free too. So it's a nice way for us to give it back to community, because
Sure, yeah, nice.
we were poor once, we didn't have money when we started, and there was some generous coaches that will always extend the lesson because they saw that
felt
we
that we
wanted,
really wanted
we
to-
really
to
wanted,
know.
and we want to
Yeah.
give something back to the people.
I
That
love
is so cool.
And that is the heart behind our podcast, is exactly that, because I been in this business for many years, and along the way I was telling someone earlier, I had a manager that would make me lunch. I was like, things were a little tight. I just had a love for dancing and teaching, and I didn't know that wasn't normal, and she was very kind, and she not only trained me but took care of me. She cooked, and she's a very good cook. Thank you, Victoria Sanders, very good cook. So
Shout out to Victoria. There we go.
yes. And so it's amazing. So that we wanted to just pass on information and also let people know that it's not always easy.
Yes.
And that not everybody, but a lot of people will have struggles because. And then that's okay, and then it inspires. I love that you love to train people too. You're so
Yeah, we feel that
generous.
this is our purpose.
Yeah, we just
to help others to get better. Because
Yeah, we've been
ultimately,
teaching for so many years. We started teaching in Poland. Like he started teaching, I don't even know.
1993.
Yeah, and I started teaching 1996. So we have a long, run already. And we used to teach only kids in Poland. Then we moved to America, and it was mainly adults, hardly ever kids. But we kind of found our, I think, quite clear language to communicate with people. So it just feels like they actually can achieve their goals pretty fast. We try to find everything that it's based on rules. So there is not like today you're going to do this way and tomorrow we're going to make it this way, then we change choreography, everything goes to trash. We just find the rules, and we just want to make sure that people can apply those rules to any choreography they are given, and whatever the teachers want to do,
That's
showcase, no
important.
show.
That's
But
important.
it's supposed to be.
They become their best teachers, right? So they can help themselves to get better dancers if they stick to the certain formulas, basically.
Yeah, we always loved coaches that they were teaching us by rules. Whenever there was a coach that would show, put your finger there, blink your eye there, we were like,
Oh, you're not the right guy.
This
isn't going to work.
This is my work for somebody else, but for us, because like I said, we were from a little poor country. We didn't have very rich parents at that time, like that they could spend lessons. Each lesson that we took for coaching
It was a treasure.
It was a treasure because it was equivalent what my grandma would, for example, get for retirement money monthly. So that was 45 minutes. So yeah.
Good God, really?
So every time when we go for like coaches, we knew this is for this. We would take 4 lessons and we would save and like work like crazy to go for 4 lessons. And then we knew this is exactly what my grandma would get for 4 months.
Perspective.
Yeah.
Perspective.
So, and you just, we would sit down when we started dancing, it was obviously 96, 95. We would, after every lesson, he would drive back home because we couldn't afford the hotel. So we would drive all night for coaching, then have those 4 lessons and drive all night back. And we would sit down. I would sit down in the car and write down all of the stuff that we did. So up to today, we have our notebooks with all the information that we're given by the coaches. Because obviously there was no iPhone, no iPads these days. The kids are so lucky.
I know.
They're so spoiled.
Go get your phone.
So
Go get your
spoiled.
phone video.
And I think that's the part of the problem, because right now everything is so accessible, so therefore it loses its value. Back then we knew if we're not gonna remember what we just been told, it's gonna basically
Go to the
Then you just wasted your money.
Yes.
But see, here now people know, okay, I can have a coach next week again, or I can find some stuff on the YouTube. It's just way easier. Back then there was still no internet, or was way
It was
less
internet, but it was
accessible.
less
There
access,
no
but there was no
access to
YouTube and
it.
stuff like this.
Right.
So it was just-
To get some, so watch some videos. It was such a treasure. If the TV showed a competition, we all recorded and went back and forward and tried to copy the moves. It's like a different era. The kids will never understand this. Like even we tell our kids, we had no cell phones, we had no Lego, we didn't have Barbie. They look at us.
So what did you do before? It wasn't there.
Yeah, we were from a communist country, so we had nothing. There was vinegar on the shelves in the store, and that was it.
Toilet paper.
And the toilet paper, yeah. And sometimes not even that, because you had to wait
We
in
used to
lines.
fight for that.
Yes. So it's a different. And
I totally forgot about that, yes.
There's a lot of Eastern European coaches, dancers in America these days, and a lot of them are pretty much the same age as we are. So we all grew up on nothing. So everything was like had amazing value, whatever you could have. So I just hope the kids these days, they just understand how much easier life they have and how much more they can achieve, and hopefully they will use it into the good side versus
Wasting
And
it.
hopefully they understand there's still no shortcuts in dancing. Again, it's so easy to buy stuff on the phone. You go on Amazon, one click and you can get something. But see, with dancing, it takes time.
It doesn't work that way,
right?
really.
And then, so that's why a lot of people get so disappointed so quickly, because they think they're gonna take lesson from champion, so they think they're gonna get all information with one click and they're gonna be fine. But no, it doesn't matter. It takes time to practice. So
Sure.
that will never change.
This is a very
And again, you're just providing the theory, and they have to go and back to put it into practice.
Oh yeah, and we always say it's not about what you understand, because we deal with a lot of very highly educated people.
Yes.
They are lawyers, doctors, professors. They have all PhD, and they think they understood, so that means they should get it, and they get very quickly frustrated. And we say knowing and doing is 2 different things. You need to invest in muscle memory. So when you actually go dance, compete, perform, you don't think what you're supposed to do. Your muscles, no matter how sick you are, tired, you're not feeling good, the muscles should deliver the program and all the information what you already know.
Right.
And this is something we were talking about with Nadia Eftedal too. She said that this problem these days with the fast information.
Yes.
People think they just need more lessons
Right.
instead of more practice time.
Actually, right.
It's very
that's a
true.
problem.
And Nadia used to be our Latin coach back when we used to do tendons.
Okay.
Yes, we love Nadia.
She's awesome.
Yes, we love Nadia.
Great lady.
Yeah, I think we survived thanks to her the first 3 years in America, because it was not the easiest first 3 years, and she was like a mom away from home, that she took care of us.
Beautiful.
So we love Natty.
Yes.
Speaking of coaches who help us with, sometimes giving extra 15 minutes on the lesson. So
she's one of those.
Was one of
and she would always, like, sometimes she could see we were down. She goes, kids, go to the park. Go to have something for yourself. So it's not always work. And she would try to find.
Get out of the building.
I mean, we loved her, talking to her, but now I love her even more.
Yeah, there we go. If that's possible, sure.
Yes.
Yeah, but like if we can give advice to the couples and students, do your homework. Like make sure we did every day. We had already, when we competed 10 dance, we would practice 8 hours a day. When we did Smooth, the one that we actually became more popular, we had only 3 hours for ourselves because that was the time when our son was in a kindergarten. So we had 9 to 12 and we had to schedule the practice very smart to make sure that we take advantage of every minute we're given. It was very efficient. And then in the evening, whoever finished last would stay and do a couple more rounds to make sure that after you taught all day, you still can do the best dancing for yourself.
Because we kept dancing in Pro-Am, so that's usually what it happens is the professional competitions happening towards the end of the day.
Very late.
So you want to sort of exercise the same way, so your body feels
mimic the same.
With students, then it's like pro competition, right? So.
Yeah, but we had always schedule. We knew exactly we're going to do a solo rounds, slow speed, medium speed, regular speed, and we will do together rounds, the same format, super slow, medium, then the regular speed. Then we work 20 minutes per dance, all the most uncomfortable places. And at the beginning, we had to put a timer for ourselves because we were so used to practicing 8 hours a day and no problem. And then suddenly we had only 3. And we wanted to spend more time on details, and that time was gone. So we had to literally set up a timer, 20 minutes on subject. That's it, no more. And then we would always finish with the performance round. So that was very good, and it worked on us. And when we coach professionals and like even students, we tell them, you got to do the same. Even like
my
the students.
I still dance problem with my students. We follow the same formula. So it
if it works, don't fix it.
It doesn't matter what level. It just work on the same levels, and it does work because my students do well usually. So it just proves that it works. Doesn't matter which.
I did get a chance to see you shake your leg out there.
A
couple of You cover the floor pretty good.
You might want to study him.
I might have to start studying this guy.
He's an emerging dancer.
Yes.
So just started dancing in 2015.
Yeah.
So now he's picked out the certain gentleman that he's going to study. He picks out the
I picked up some good guys.
Yes.
A lot of guys to pick up from.
This competition is amazing.
Right?
Oh wow.
Right?
Like yesterday was so hard to judge that American Smooth professional. It was so hard because it's so much talent, and it just literally you go to the candy store and you have all different candies, and one of us might like this and the other judges might like that kind of candy, and that's exactly what we were given yesterday. So
I've sat there and I look at them and I'm like, there's 4 couples that I can point to right now that are number 1, and I'm like, how do you separate them?
Yeah, it comes to your preferences. What do you prefer? Back on your, let's say, baggage of knowledge, what you were taught. That's how I think most of us, we kind of look through the prism of our experience, how we were taught, the stuff that we were pointed out, and what was important to us, yes. And that's how we judge. So that's why you have, like yesterday, I believe there was 15 or 17 judges. It was a lot of us. So you get, across the board, there will be a majority marks going obviously to one of those couples in the final. So that's...
Yeah, but I can see, being a judge, having to sit there and look at that, you're like, wow, okay, I got my... This is going to be a tough one.
It was a tough one, and especially when they cut it from 28 to 14, the heart is broken because you have to leave so many amazing couples that they just got to do one round and they have to go home. But that's the beauty of any sport, right? Mm-hmm.
Somebody's got to win, somebody's got to lose.
Yes, and it's
an unfortunate thing, yes.
You know what?
That's why it's so easy to be disappointed and discouraged, because let's say you work so hard and let's say one competition, let's say like that, when it didn't work well for you, so easy to sort of give up on what you were doing or change teacher just because you think whatever you did, it's not working for me. But sometimes you just have to be a little bit more patient and just stick a little longer to what you're doing.
It's the other thing is, depending on you get certain competitions over here, the quality of the dancers are just going to be so much more better.
Right.
And so
Emerald was always one of the top.
Oh, absolutely.
We always said it's like a mini nationals.
Yeah.
We always say whatever happens here, it very likely will happen on the nationals as well. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was like I think this is like the first biggest competition for the year.
Right.
That has so many judges. Like Wayne has 60 judges this year. It's amazing, and it just the level of the competition. It's so high, so it's really amazing, you know. So just
For the winner, it's a very sweet win,
Yes.
too.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
it is.
Because it's a
Yes.
battle.
for us, this was like one of the most important comps that we had to be ready when we competed.
Exciting. I know that Wayne is going to love to hear that.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, listen, I'm not going to hold you kids up. I mean, we could sit there, keep talking,
No.
for
Yeah.
at least the next,
Yes.
for at least the next hour or so. But I know this guy's got to go. He's got to go work, and so
Yep, he's going to go teach.
he's got to go teach. Thank you, kids, for being here. It was,
Oh, I
it was
love
wonderful.
it. Thank you.
Bring us kids,
We're
right?
like kids again. We're like kids to our parents, you know.
Send them off with a smile is what my
Yes.
what I always say.
And I
Yeah.
hope we can do another interview.
Yes, we would love to. This is
Oh,
great.
yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
and thank you to Wayne for doing all of this for our industry, because he really does an amazing job putting all those DVDs. Now it's all the app.
Yeah,
you know.
Wayne is the man, and
Yeah.
of course,
And he's slowing down now.
And he's slowing down. Apparently.
That's his slowing down time. We love you, Wayne.
All right, the
Thank
lovely
you guys
May.
so much.
Thank you so much.
All right, folks. Well, this has been another episode of Dance Teachers Academy. Thank you for watching.